Just planting the wrong kind of fruit tree in your front yard can cause your wealth to drain away non-stop. No matter how hard you work, it always feels like money just walks out the door. Hello, I am Master Quan. In Feng Shui for the home, the front yard is considered the Minh Duong, or bright hall, a space that receives good energy and channels wealth into the house. This area plays a key role in ensuring the smooth flow of energy, financial abundance, and a sense of fulfillment in life. When the Minh Duong is bright and open, luck flows in steadily, and wealth tends to accumulate. But when this space is blocked, everything feels sluggish and burdensome. However, if you plant the wrong type of tree, especially fruit trees that shed excessively or drain too much positive energy, the Minh Duong can easily be disrupted. When that happens, not only does wealth struggle to enter the home, but it also leaks out continuously. Families might work hard, but cannot seem to hold on to their earnings. No matter how much they try to save, they still feel like something is missing. This is a silent reason why some households find their finances slowly draining without ever realizing the cause. That is why, in today's video, we are going to look at which fruit trees should be avoided to protect your Minh Duong and keep wealth from scattering. We will also explore which trees are actually beneficial to plant, the ones that help gather prosperity and strengthen your financial energy day by day. But before we dive in, take a moment to drop a positive affirmation in the comments below. I choose the right energy to open the door and welcome wealth into my home. And do not forget to subscribe to this channel to keep receiving practical feng shui tips that help your financial energy stay strong and your life become more peaceful every single day. Now take a moment to look at the trees you have in front of your house. Sometimes it is the things we see every day, the ones we have grown used to, that silently affect the flow of wealth for the entire household. And to help you understand this more clearly, let us begin by looking at the fruit trees you should avoid planting in residential spaces, especially if your front yard is small. The first tree, the peach tree. Peach trees are beautiful. Their blossoms are vibrant and eye-catching, and they are often seen as a symbol of joy. But in real-life living spaces, especially small front yards, their natural energy is not the best fit. Peach trees tend to push energy outward rather than hold it in. So when they are planted in a narrow space where energy needs to settle, gather, and nourish prosperity, their outward nature easily throws off the flow of energy. Good energy that just entered the house is pushed right back out, making the living environment feel unstable and lacking natural warmth. People living in such homes may not understand why life feels a little uneasy, finances are up and down, or why plans keep getting stuck and never seem to go smoothly. These are signs of energetic imbalance. The flow that supports wealth cannot stay long, and daily energy is constantly being scattered. In large yards, this effect can be balanced out, but in smaller yards, the conflict becomes more obvious each day, making the home feel cramped and draining. Even though no one suspects the cause is just a single tree, the peach tree's effect is even more pronounced when it is placed near water sources like outdoor faucets, sinks, or drainage channels. In Feng Shui, water areas help preserve vital energy, a life force that keeps people mentally strong, healthy, and emotionally balanced. But when peach trees grow near water, these two energies cancel each other out. Water needs stillness and stability, while the peach tree constantly stirs up motion. As a result, this vital energy becomes scattered. People in the house may feel fatigued, anxious, have trouble sleeping deeply, lose focus, or sense that their energy is fading without any clear cause. There are many people who, after simply removing a peach tree and doing nothing else, noticed a difference within just a few weeks. The space felt brighter, more pleasant, softer in energy, and even work and money matters started flowing more smoothly. That shows peach trees are not inherently bad. They just do not belong in spaces where energy needs to gather, like the small front yard of a house. The second tree, the pear tree. When a pear tree is placed in a small yard, it often creates a subtle sense of disconnection in the overall space, something not always noticeable at first glance. Unlike other trees with full, interwoven branches that make the yard feel unified and balanced with the house architecture, the pear tree's canopy tends to grow in separate clusters. Its branches leave too many gaps, so sunlight enters in broken patches instead of flowing softly across the space. For older people especially, light in the yard is not just about looks. It is tied to feelings of safety and peace. When sunlight is scattered into fragmented bits, the front yard can feel choppy, like it has been ripped apart, creating an unstable energy field that makes people feel uneasy or tense just by stepping outside. Additionally, pear trees have a strong tendency to pull nutrients from the surface layer of soil to feed new shoots and fruit. This causes the soil around the tree to dry out quickly, crack, and then struggle to retain natural moisture. Once the soil loses that fresh and healthy look, the front yard quickly starts to feel dry and lifeless, draining the life energy that any small yard needs to stay warm and welcoming. These small, seemingly harmless details create a mismatch between the tree and the living space. Homeowners often feel a lingering discomfort when caring for the pear tree, but cannot quite explain why it never feels right. Another issue with pear trees in small yards is how they disrupt the natural biological rhythm of the space. Pear trees grow aggressively during seasonal changes, a time when nature is already shifting. Their sudden bursts of growth with long branches and sprouting buds expand the energy field too much, preventing the energy from gathering and grounding as it should in a stable home. Plus, during humid months, pear trees easily release a strong pollen scent. While not unpleasant, this smell can hang in the air and make the yard feel heavy, not fresh and open. It is like a faint mist that makes it hard to feel the brightness of the space. So the problem with pear trees is not in the tree itself, but in the way it alters the breathing pattern of the space. A small yard needs to feel clear, organized, and flexible to help retain wealth energy, and the pear tree interferes with that natural balance. The third tree, the guava tree. Guava trees are a familiar sight in traditional gardens, but when planted in the compact yards of modern homes, they bring along a range of unexpected effects that often go unnoticed. The first and most obvious trait of guava trees is their thick foliage, which tends to grow in overlapping layers, forming deep shade beneath the canopy. In small front yards, where sunlight plays a critical role in regulating energy and softening the space, such thick shade can make the surroundings feel closed in and heavy on the eyes. This is especially noticeable on overcast days or during rainy seasons, when natural light is already weak. The guava canopy blocks out most of what little sunlight is left, making the yard feel like it has a low ceiling. When a space is overly covered like this, even light breezes, which normally help keep the house area open, are significantly reduced. The air does not feel heavy like it would with other trees, but rather locked in, as if the yard itself is closed off. And that is not just theory, it is something you can feel. Standing under a guava tree, you often sense everything is being pulled inward, not open, not flowing. For small homes, this reduces the welcoming vibe of the front yard, which should be bright and spacious to attract good fortune. Another problem not often discussed is how guava trees interact with the microbial environment in the yard. When guava fruit ripens, it often cracks slightly or splits open without falling right away. This exposes the fruit's flesh and attracts small insects that are hard to see with the naked eye. These bugs may not be annoying like flies, but they bring along others: ants, soil-dwelling bugs, and more. Over time, the soil under a guava tree is constantly disturbed. Losing the stillness, a home needs to stay clean and dry. When soil is regularly churned up like that, the surface becomes uneven. After rain or watering, small puddles form around the base, giving the whole area a soggy look. Not unsafe for health, but unpleasant for the eyes and a disruption to the sense of order in your home. A front yard where the ground is constantly shifting will look messy and untidy, making it seem like a place where good energy can no longer enter. That is why in many small homes, simply relocating the guava tree to a larger garden space immediately makes the front yard cleaner, more organized, and more visually inviting, with energy flowing smoothly into the house again. The fourth tree, mulberry tree. Mulberry trees are rustic, easy to grow, and often described as low maintenance. But it is precisely their vigorous growth that makes them unsuitable for small yards. Their roots spread quickly and deeply, not in a straight direction, but sideways, seeking out soft patches of soil to expand into. In tight spaces, this constantly reshapes the ground around the trunk, disrupting the natural balance that is so essential near entryways or paths leading into the home. On top of that, mulberry branches do not follow a neat shape. They tend to grow in one direction, sometimes leaning toward the light, other times toward damp soil. When a tree's canopy is lopsided like this, it gives the yard a tilted look, as if the whole front area is being pulled to one side. That throws off the aesthetic balance. Small houses especially need visual symmetry to feel stable. But when the first thing you see is a tree leaning awkwardly to one side, homeowners often feel like something is off, like walking into a room where the furniture is out of place, but you cannot explain why it looks wrong. Even more troublesome is how fast mulberries ripen. They change from red to dark purple quickly, and just a bit of strong sunlight or high humidity causes the fruit to soften and become mushy. Unlike other fruits that fall and then rot, mulberries often burst while still clinging to the tree. Just a slight touch can send them sliding down leaves or smearing across branches, leaving behind dark stains that are hard to clean and easy to stick to stone, tile, or concrete. Once the fruit hits the ground, within just a few hours under the sun, it turns into pale purple smears that look like watercolor ink. In a small yard where every detail is visible, those stains quickly ruin the neat, clean feel that such spaces need to stay bright and pleasant. Worse yet, as the mulberries decompose, they become sticky, causing dirt and dust to cling and form a thin, rough layer on the ground. This takes away the clean, polished appearance of your front yard, a space that plays a key role in welcoming good energy. This is not just a hygiene issue. It creates a lasting visual impact. A front yard with constant dark stains, even when cleaned regularly, will feel heavy and visually dull, lacking the clarity and freshness needed to attract wealth and luck into the home. After understanding why some types of fruit trees are not suitable for your home, the next important step is to know which ones can actually brighten the space, make it more pleasant, and open up an energy flow that supports prosperity. The first tree, the premium orange tree. A well-tended orange tree placed in a small yard often gives off a completely different feel compared to many other fruit trees. Orange trees tend to be compact in shape, with a medium-sized trunk and a rounded, neat canopy. They do not spread too wide or send out creeping vines. As a result, just looking at one can give you an instant sense of balance and fullness. The dark green leaves are thick and glossy. When sunlight hits them, they reflect a soft, soothing light, like a sturdy background layer for the entire front yard. Against that green backdrop, the round orange fruits pop out like warm golden highlights, reminding you of coins, gold bars, or little red envelopes filled with good fortune during festive seasons. Beyond its shape and color, the orange tree offers something truly special: its fragrance. When the tree starts blooming, its scent is light, fresh, and never overpowering, like a clean breeze. That gentle fragrance spreads throughout the yard, drifting toward the doorway, making the air around the house feel cleaner and more refreshing. It is as if the entire space has been wiped down with a fresh, pure scent. Psychologically, that scent helps lighten the homeowner's mindset, making it easier to manage money and worries. Once the fruit starts to appear, just a few oranges hanging on the branches can symbolize a small but steady harvest. It gently reminds the homeowner to save, take care, and appreciate what they have. The yard becomes more than just a place to walk through. It becomes a quiet, daily reminder that life can be peaceful and finances can remain strong if nurtured with care. This combination of fullness and form, warm color, and clean scent makes the premium orange tree a wonderful choice for small yards, where the goal is to build a long-lasting feeling of abundance and prosperity. The second tree, the apple tree. Apple trees carry a gentle yet clear energy that fits beautifully in smaller spaces. Their shape is all about adding subtle visual charm rather than dominating the scene. Apple tree canopies usually grow in soft domes rather than wide spreads, giving the yard a sense of vertical space without taking up room on either side. Their bright green leaves have a natural curve along the edges, almost like tiny fans reaching toward the sun, creating a sense of liveliness and freshness. The branches are well-structured and evenly spaced, which makes the tree feel neat and harmonious in its form. When apple trees start to bud, the little white or soft pink blossoms peek through the foliage like tiny highlights. This adds a subtle beauty to the front yard, especially for older families looking to maintain a sense of peace in their everyday life. This refreshing look brings a quiet renewal to the house, without needing any decorative extras. When the apples begin to form, the beauty is not in the quantity, but in how the fruit appears, each one round and distinct, spaced apart rather than clustered. This balanced spacing enhances the tree's symmetry. Apple colors range from green to yellow to red, depending on the variety, but they always carry a fresh, bright tone, evoking the image of just enough abundance. These fruits do not clutter the space. Instead, they create a scene of moderate richness, calling to mind a stable, healthy harvest. On top of that, apple trees release a very subtle fragrance that only reveals itself when you get close, making it perfect for small yards where every detail should be gentle, not overwhelming. One more great trait: apples ripen evenly and rarely fall off at random, helping keep the yard clean and well-ordered. A well-maintained apple tree gives the impression that the household runs on a steady rhythm, with care and attention. So every morning you step outside, you feel reassured that prosperity can grow from small, consistent efforts. The third tree, the pomegranate tree. The pomegranate tree has a very unique beauty, strong in its trunk and branches, soft in its flowers, and overflowing with potential through its buds. What makes this tree especially well-suited for small yards is how it creates a feeling of fullness without adding heaviness. Its trunk is not large, but it is solid. Its branches curve gently, not blocking the space, but forming a natural frame around the yard. The leaves are small and tightly spaced, with a soft, light green color that keeps the overall look tidy, even during fruiting season. As the buds begin to bloom, bright orange-red flowers appear, like little glowing lanterns, instantly adding a sense of warmth and joy to the whole yard. For small homes, this color energy feels just right, vivid but not loud, radiant but not overpowering. The pomegranate tree holds its shape beautifully. Whether the canopy is low or high, it always feels neat and upright. That clean, vertical structure gives homeowners a sense of calm, like the area in front of the house is grounded yet full of hope. This is particularly important for older homeowners. Just opening the door and seeing the pomegranate tree in bloom can make the new day feel like it holds promise. When the fruit arrives, the tree shows off its most striking beauty. The round pomegranates, slightly flat at the top, stand out clearly against the small leaves, creating a vibrant and lucky image. One of the best things about this tree is that its fruits are large, but they do not weigh the branches down. The tree stays upright and well-shaped, which gives the impression that it is strong enough to hold everything it produces, like a symbol of inner strength and resilience. For small yards, just a few pomegranates on the branches are enough to convey the feeling of fullness. Not excessive, but perfectly complete. Another benefit is that the fruit ripens from bright orange to deep red over time, giving off a subtle visual rhythm of abundance. When the wind blows, the smooth skin of the pomegranate reflects light slightly, adding another layer of lively energy to the yard. And most importantly, pomegranate fruits rarely fall off randomly. They stay firmly on the branches even when ripe. That means the yard stays clean, the ground looks neat, and the whole tree always appears composed and whole. It is this graceful combination, sturdy shape, stunning flowers, and full, meaningful fruit, that makes the pomegranate tree an ideal choice for families who want a space that feels alive, abundant, and tastefully balanced. The fourth tree, the fig tree. The fig tree has a look and presence that is very different from most other fruit trees. It is not flashy or decorative, but it feels solid and reliable from the first glance. What makes it a great fit for small yards is its ability to be present and grounded without crowding the space. Fig leaves are large, dark green, and sturdy. Each leaf looks like a solid panel, and when they grow together, they create a full, lush appearance, but without blocking the view. The leaf structure forms in levels, but they do not overlap in a messy way. Instead, each level spreads out just enough to cast gentle shade, keeping the yard cool and pleasant without making it feel dim. The tree trunk often has natural markings and slight bulges at the joints, giving it a grounded, mature look. Perfect for homes where the entryway is meant to feel peaceful and protective. Standing in front of a healthy fig tree, the first feeling is not about careful trimming or styling. It is a quiet sense of completeness, like the tree was born to bring balance to the area just outside the door. That calm, solid presence offers a sense of reassurance whenever you step into the yard. Older residents especially appreciate that, the feeling that the space in front of their home has a quiet strength watching over it. Unlike larger fruits that pull branches down, figs stay close to the tree's structure, so the overall shape remains tidy and upright even when the tree is full of fruit. This means the yard does not lose its balance or clean look, an important visual factor in a small space. This helps a small yard maintain its visual balance instead of looking distorted or crowded. On top of that, figs rarely drop randomly when they ripen. They mature slowly, almost like they have their own rhythm, which keeps the front yard consistently clean and orderly. The fig tree's steady, quiet, and balanced way of growing makes it one of the rare fruit trees that symbolizes abundance, while still maintaining the simple, grounded look that is essential for small yards, where every detail contributes to creating a warm, peaceful feeling for the home. When we look back at all the trees that are well suited for small front yards, one common thread becomes clear. Every space has its own breathing rhythm, and when a tree is placed correctly, it helps that rhythm feel smoother and more relaxed. Trees like orange, apple, pomegranate, and fig do more than add beauty. They bring a sense of completeness. They create a gentle fullness that turns the yard into a place where good things begin every morning. They brighten the space without blocking it, bring life energy without overwhelming the eye, and help the area in front of your home feel clear, warm, and grounded, all of which are crucial for keeping wealth energy from slipping away. A small yard, when nurtured with the right choices, becomes a source of emotional support for the whole family. A space that feels alive, uplifting, and quietly powerful. And before you go, leave a positive affirmation in the comments below. I choose the right tree to nurture prosperity in my home. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey together, exploring new Feng Shui secrets to help your home become more harmonious, your mind more at peace, and your wealth more secure with each passing day.